Next up in today's video, I just wanted to shoot something that gave you a bit of an insight into 4 key pieces or key documents that we use now to make sure that any of our refurbs go smoothly. So that's what we're going to go into in today's quick video. And when it comes to HMO properties and any refurbishment essentially, the more planning that you do at the beginning stage, the easier it's going to be throughout that kind of refurbishment process. So we've just come to the end of a refurbishment recently. So we're on site at the moment, so you can kind of see behind us what the finished kind of product looks like. And we do some other videos with the walkthrough and stuff as well. So I'll put the link or some of the links below this video so you can have a look at how that kind of refurbishment has gone. But we're always learning on refurb kind of projects. We obviously try and have the right systems in place, make sure we have the right teams kind of in place, but there's always things that kind of crop up during a refurb that mean you're kind of learning on site, if it were. And we've got refurbs pretty much to the extent now that when we're doing them at the beginning, we spend a lot of time on the planning aspect and we look at 4 key documents. Now these documents will help make your life a heck of a lot easier when it comes to managing your next refurbishment. So it's good to have these in place if you can do. So to go through these, the first one that we would look at is a schedule of works for the refurbishment as a whole. So this is literally going room by room and analysing and looking at all of the works required, everything from joinery to plumbing to electrics in that particular kind of room. Now you can wrap up in a general kind of format and say, okay, we need fire alarms in this particular property, in these rooms, or we need a new central heating system, that type of stuff. However, what we found is by going into specifics in terms of the rooms, so where are you going to locate the boiler, for instance, or what particular kind of paint scheme are you going to do in that particular room compared to maybe over and above another room. That schedule works is going to be key. It helps you put everything down that you want to do on the refurbishment, helps you get the correct quotes initially for the project, and then also helps that kind of project get managed correctly, essentially, when you're going through. And it gives you a very key document and an easy to understand document that yourself and your contractors can understand, essentially, when you're doing the refurbishment. So it just helps to kind of cut out a lot of the issues that can arise during a normal refurbishment process. The next thing that we do with this particular kind of schedule of works is specifically for HMOs is we provide them fully furnished. So as you can kind of see behind us, we've got like pictures essentially up. We've got shelves in the corner, we've got bed space kind of behind me and a number of different kind of furniture items in the building as well. Now to make sure that that's done correctly, even if you're going out and finding all those items and pieces yourself, saving time essentially, you want to have a list of all of those different items and materials that you need for your particular kind of refurb, if it were, or HMO. Again, room by room, so how many beds you're going to need, how many wardrobes, how many pictures, all the way through to kind of frame shelvings, everything from a furnishing aspects that you want to put into the property. So we'd have one document as a schedule of works for the refurbishment works, and then a second document as a schedule of works essentially for the furnishings list, so what you want to include in that kind of HMO property. The third document that we look at is almost like a diary, so it just sets out and outlines how that project should be running, so maybe how long it's going to take. So is it a 12-week project, 4-week project, 10-week project, whatever it might be. But not only that, what happens during that week. So maybe the first week is going to be a rip out, maybe week 3 is going to be some sort of plumbing works or electric works, whatever it might be, that you have them kind of staged in that diary helps not only you, but the main contractor try and understand kind of where the different kind of elements are going to be coming in terms of the different trades, when they're on site, what needs to be ordered, all of that kind of good stuff. So whether you're hands-on project managing or whether you have a full kind of complete works contractor that comes in and does everything for you, whether you create one or whether they create one, it's important to try and have a diary of works and you can see then what's going to be kind of done on that project on a weekly basis. The fourth document that we look at is going to be, again, goes alongside all these other documents, a floor plan essentially for that property. Now, it doesn't have to be to scale, you don't have to be kind of architect trained or anything like that to create one. However, what the floor plan allows you to do is start to put into place on a bird's eye view, essentially, what the property is going to start to look like. So bed positions or positions of chest of drawers, wardrobes, so where you're going to put the fire alarm, where you're going to put the light switch, where you're going to put the electric kind of plug sockets, radiators, all those kind of key items can be quite hard to visualize if you don't really have a floor plan or any form of assessment as to ultimately where you're going to kind of put them in the property and how the property is going to look, because you might have in your mind an idea of where the bedroom furniture is going to go, but if that's not translated to your electrician when they do the first fix and putting in the sockets, you're going to run into difficulty because it might not kind of, I suppose, allow you to have the layout and stuff that you wanted in that property. So before you start the refurbishment, before you kind of pick up tools and go down to site, anything like that, if you can get these 4 documents in place, it's just going to make your refurb go much smoother. So to recap, we've got the schedule of works for the refurbishment, we've got the schedule of works for the furnishings, the project diary, so when things are going to get done, and then finally the floor plans for the property. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight in terms of how we currently manage our refurbishments. All of these types of documents and a range of other documents and stuff we actually include for free of charge in our property training course. So if that's something you wanted to have a look at, we'll put some links below this video. We do a free training series as well that'll give you some insight in terms of getting started in property. But now the VIP membership and the training that we do, we cover all of these kind of elements. We do case studies like this particular property that we're in at the moment, and the documents that I've just mentioned to you then, we include all of that within the training course as well. But any questions, please feel free to ask. Obviously put them under the kind of the video below in the comment section, and more than happy to help. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating a cash-flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the property you're maybe considering. And we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.